guys. How's everyone doing? Okay. Trishna, you're number 1. Sanch is number 2. Nicole's number 3. Hi, Jaded Kate. Hi, Infinity. Hi, Pinky Lee. Aw. Got the old family back together. Shady Lady. Jaded Kate. Osei. Okay, so for Trishna, Sanch, and Nicole, can you guys post your questions, please? And yes, Pinky, of course, I'll give you a free general, yes. Once I'm done with these first 3, and then of course if any donations come in or anything like that, then we'll go ahead and take care of those first as well. Before we go to the free generals, knock those out. That's better. Okay. My nose is running. Okay, so okay. Alright, so this sounds good. What's V's current energy towards me? We're in no contact. That's for Trishna. What is V's current energy towards me? We're in no contact. Can you guys give this video a like as well, please, when you get a chance? So Trishna, what is V's current energy towards you? It looks like he may communicate with you soon. Well, actually, scratch that. Something, you know, with the King of Swords here and the Chariot, you'd think that that's what it's saying. You know, like somebody's coming your way or something like that. Is how I saw that. But with oh, okay, Haitian. Thank you. I will go ahead and check that out right now. But since we're just starting this reading, I'm going to go ahead and just clear this one out and finish it, you know, since I've already started. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the donation reading, okay? Thank you. I'll start on yours right away, right after this one's completed, okay? I know, right, Trishna? Okay, so basically, it seems like this person's coming towards you, right? It seems like they're gonna be headed your way, you know, straightforward, just very direct and very, you know, blunt in communication, not very personal, just kind of like straightforward and a little cold, a little harsh, you know? So I'm like, okay, for sure communication, but then we see they're feeling a bit stuck. They're feeling held back. They're feeling like there's something in the way, or like their hands are tied, like they just can't make the situation better, you know, is what they feel. So I think that they're going to hold back on communicating, even though I feel like what they want to do is going to be direct and tell you straight up. Like they might want to tell you to F off, or they might want to tell you something very directly. And, but they feel like they can't really do that for some reason. Sorry, I'm trying to see where it's like best. Okay. So, their hands are tied here, so let's see what else comes out here. Okay. We have some kind of direction it's heading toward. Like, maybe there's a way to kind of go about this in a different way. What is his energy? Okay. We have the Sun, the Star, and the Knight of Swords. So, Trishna, I would say, yeah, there is another direction this can go in, for sure. That direction is the direction of the Sun, which is clarity. So you will have clarity on a situation if you're not sure how this person feels, or you're not sure what they want to do about the situation, or how, like, what they're thinking. It should be made clear to you, whether that's from your own realization or from, you know, him coming forward and kind of speaking that to you. There is a good chance, you know, it won't be, like, it'll be, I feel like it'll be a realization more than him coming towards you, but the thing is, like, I mean, there's a chance he might come towards you, but to me, when I see the Star here, I feel like what it's saying with the Sun is that you will have an understanding of the situation, whether, like, however it happens. You'll understand, like, you want to know his energy towards you, and you'll understand that. You'll have a clear, you know, understanding of that, you know, whenever, like, this all settles out. And that's what it's headed toward, is basically just you probably, you know, finding closure for yourself, it's possible. With the Knight of Swords, though, too, it could be something unexpected, like something out of the blue, just a flash of insight that kind of comes to you, like, and it may not feel good at the time, but it's something that does bring you clarity. But their energy, and it could even be like, you know, them just popping up all of a sudden. I mean, the Knight of Swords is something you don't expect to happen, and it could mean he just shows up, you know? Tell me about his next actions toward her, please. Any next actions? Okay, we do see the Queen of Wands, so somebody who's very independent right now. They're not really thinking about anyone else but themselves and the things that they need to handle. And they're taking on a lot, so I doubt if they're really considering anything else but their own issues at this time. Like, it's just nothing else is really all that important to them right now, so they're not going to be as focused on it. And also here we do have, again, like, them feeling like they don't have power in a situation, them feeling like they don't have much freedom. Even though they're the Queen of Wands, it's more like, since it's the Ten of Wands as well, I feel like they're in this, like, position that they don't want to be in, and they just have a lot going on right now. So I would say they're not focused on you right now. Like, when I first saw the Queen of Wands, I just thought automatically, like, yeah, there's nothing, they're only thinking of themselves, they're only thinking of, like, what they need to do, and that's not a selfish thing, it's just that they're not even really concerned with the whole situation that went down with you right now. What flash of insight we need for her? What does she need to know about this situation? Does she need to hear about this situation, please? What does she need to hear about this situation, please? Uplift, not war. And mysterious. That's that kind of energy of, like, does he hate me or does he not hate me? Like, it's a little mysterious, it's a little unknown here. And since he's not communicating, it's vague, and it's, you know, it's just up in the air. You're not really sure. You could look at it in both ways. You know, like, the last time I saw him, he said this, so I feel like that's, he hates me. But then he said this, and he didn't say that, and he looked at me like this, and he did say goodbye, you know? So it's like, does he hate me? I mean, it's just that, like, you want to know if he's trying to, like, let it go, or if he's trying to, like, hate you forever, and you just don't know, like, what the case is with it. Like, is he against you, or is he not? And you just don't know. And to me, it doesn't seem like he's either. Like I said, you know, right now it just seems like he is focused on his own shit that is obviously a lot to deal with, and I just don't even think he's concerned with it right now. But his energy towards you seems to be like if he had a choice, he'd talk to you about it and say some things, but I don't know if they'd be positive or not. Optimism, exploration, and freedom here, Sagittarius. But it's just the energy of the card. So basically, you know, set yourself free here. You know, that's what he's trying to do, but he's not able to do that because of some position he's put in. It's kind of like this, he doesn't have much control over his life right now. It's what he feels, which is interesting to get the Queen of Wands and Sagittarius there. Because it's like that's, you know, they do have that freedom, or they, you know, require it. So it's interesting that he's like in a cage right now, basically. Like he cannot really do anything about it, but that's just what he has to do because of whatever this position he's being put in, these responsibilities that he has to handle. Okay, Trishna. I would say that he would talk to you if he could, but I don't know if the communication would be nice. It would be straightforward, but it seems like you're going to have some clarity here in the next few days or weeks about the situation, and it could come out of the blue. Like out of nowhere, you just don't even know, but a flash of insight kind of just comes to you and you realize what the situation is and, you know, what you need to do about it, basically. You know, like the real message behind why this is all happening and why it happened, and you know, so what that means for you. Okay, Haitian. Okay, I got your question. Okay, perfect. Thank you, by the way. Okay. Okay, I got your question, Haitian. First of all, we're going to see the energy around this situation and see kind of what we need to know about the energies that will be coming around and that will be in the situation involved in it. What you need to know about that. What kind of energy are we seeing here? Maybe a zodiac sign that will come out that will tell us kind of who this person would be. House 8, transformation, karma, facing fears and legacies. Another thing House 8 represents is taboo, you know, sex. It's the house of Scorpio, so it's, you know, it's that darker desire, those deeper desires, those kinky, you know, kind of weirdo shit. Crazy. Transformative, okay. Karma, facing fears and legacies. All right. So that's what that is. What else here? Oh, my sound's low? Is it better now? Let me know if my sound's better. Anything else here? Sorry about that, you guys. So, I'm sorry I didn't show you the card that I just got for you. It was the South Node. Whoa. That was crazy. Oh my god. No, Buzz, come on. Come on. Come on, up here. Up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, sorry. My dog, he needs help getting on the bed too, so I had to help him really quick. But we're back and I'm ready. So I'm sorry about that. South Node, destined to release. Okay, South Node is destined to release. That represents like past life energy and like basically, you know, your past lives have basically been, you know, this is something in your past life. So this is probably why you're asking this, because it's very much on your mind now, because this is the energy that you embodied a lot in your past life. I'm you know, just assuming that it's representing, you know, that this is something you're destined to release, is kind of this karmic lesson associated with this. Stop! And then we have Gemini. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Gemini is curiosity, intellect, and networking. So you have a curiosity for this, or maybe you met somebody, you networked, I mean, you met a lot of people. Geminis get around, not like sexually necessarily, but they communicate. So it could have been that there was somebody you met, it could have been a Gemini person, like this person could be the next person, you know, that we're talking about here, but it could also represent like this person's, like this is the karma, this is destined to release this karma associated with possibly a Gemini, right? And you can meet them like through networking, you know, something related to that. But more so, I think Gemini is talking about here, it's like you're curious about this subject, you're curious about this topic, and, you know, you could find out quite a bit about it. You know, you could study or research quite a bit about it, or maybe just talk about it a lot with friends, you know, or with different people that are interested in it as well. And then we have sextile that says a combination of tension and flow, potential and a rewarding situation. So there is good karma to come out of this too, I would say. Like, it's not like it's only bad karma. I mean, it's not that it's bad karma, it's just destined to release. So this is something you're supposed to be moving away from, and maybe it's just you're supposed to be more serious about it this time around, because Geminis are going to be lighthearted. I mean, I feel like, though, like, the karma has to do with the Gemini. Since we're asking about who this would be, you know, that's the only sign we're getting here. But other than that, maybe Scorpio, because the 8th house. And also, you want to look to your South Node. If you know what your South Node is, that might be also very important for this reading. It might tell you some things. Okay. My volume is still low. Is my volume still low, you guys? Let me know if it's not very loud or it's not loud enough. Tell me about this next person she's with. Sexually. Tell me about this person. Tell me about the situation, the person. How do we identify the person? I saw Capricorn. And I also saw the Knight of Wands, which means maybe a Capricorn that's not committed. Maybe it's an ex who wasn't committed. A one-night stand, you know, with a Capricorn. Okay. Tell me how we'd identify this person. I saw Aquarius too. There was a rest period. It could have been, it's possible there was a rest period. I see Gemini again. And then there was like a betrayal or something if that's the Aquarius person. King, okay. We do see a person that's focused a lot on material items and money and just kind of being, you know, focused on valuables rather than like family or like friends or something like that, or emotions, like people like caring. You know, it's more about like their stuff. Like Capricorn would make sense for that as well, but and you do see opportunities with this person. Like it could be that you have the opportunity to work with them, and maybe, you know, there is a chance for you know, money obviously, but success in some way, stability, security. And also that's a good omen to that situation. So this person actually, not only is there that, there actually might be potential for a relationship too. This person, though, I'd identify them as either a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, an Aquarius, maybe again. But I feel like this person does concern themselves with material items more than anything else. But you'd have the opportunity to kind of have some valuable stuff yourself. Like through this connection, I don't think it would just be what, you know, you're asking about. It seems like this person's pretty cool, and they might actually kind of hook you up with some kind of work or some kind of like potential to make money, where it's a secure thing, like potentially secure. Aces are opportunities. So, I mean, you can take it or leave it. But I feel like they could actually help you to get some more security in your life too. And the sun and the star, I mean, that's a really lovely combination right there. It's like, seems like it's more than just what meets the eye, you know, the first time around. Gemini, yeah, you guys actually might start dating. And the Lovers, Gemini and the Lovers. So what's going to take a while here? Let me see. What's going to take a while here? Like, what is she waiting for? Reunion? It could be an ex. And maybe they kind of string you along and you're waiting for the reunion to happen, or you're waiting for something to kind of like be proof that you guys are actually going to reconcile instead of just, you know, what you're asking about. There's a lot of different people here that are coming out. Like, there could be a few different options you have, and you may have to make the decision yourself. Like, it could be up to you to make that decision between these people, you know? Okay, about the ex person, if there is a person you're wanting to reunite with, I would hold back on that just because they seem bitter and resentful. They seem like they might have it out for you in such a way that you would regret it later. Yeah, see? This is all about somebody who cannot let something go. And that just with the Five of Swords scares me a bit, because it's like, I wouldn't give that person any window into your life or any opportunity to be in your life, because at least not right now while they're still like bitter, because that could go sour really quick. Yeah, I'd be careful with that person you're wanting a reunion with. Just be careful. Even if it is like, in this reading it's talking about like possibly this person here, and then this all plays out, and then like, you know, you have to wait a while. I would just say when they, you know, when you do get back around this person, if it's the same person, it doesn't matter who it is, like whoever you're wanting a reunion with, I would say that person, just be careful, you know, whether it's now, later, especially if the person's concerned with like money and possessions, material items, and like just having a lot of stuff and just kind of being materialistic in that way. I would be careful with that. Okay. So we see Aquarius twice, Gemini twice, Capricorn. What else did we see? Possible Scorpio. Yeah, I feel like you have so many options really available to you that it's kind of up to you what you want to do. Like, whatever you want to do, you can have that choice. I feel like you can kind of make that decision, and there's a few different people that you'd have an option with. I'd be careful with the ex person, or whoever the person is that you're trying to reconcile with, or that you would like a reunion. Like, no matter what kind of reunion, if you want to get back with them, if you just want to talk to them, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever it is that you're wanting to get back with whoever, for whatever reason, like, just be careful, because that person has a, you know, they're still kind of bitter over something. Got the Black card and routines. Cycles continue. So that kind of tells me that there's, you know, there's an unknown. You know, it's kind of just like, we don't know. There's an unknown, there's a blank, there's a nothing, there's a, you know, there's lack of clarity there. You know, there's lack of understanding there. So I would just say, especially with routines, cycles continue. It's, you know, basically saying it would be the same thing. Like, nothing would change, and obviously it's an X for a reason, you know, and it's something where it's like, you don't need to go back and do that same routine again. Like, you've come so far, even if you feel like you haven't, like, you're on your way, you know, you don't need to go back and reverse and go back to that same routine that you're in before. Here's another blank card. So yeah, it's just like up in the air. Even though it's saying cycles continue, it's like you have no idea in how many ways that would be bad for you. Like, it's just not known to you now. It's hard for you to see that, but it is the case, you know. Okay, so croissant, Nicole. What's to come between me and David? How does he feel towards me? David and Nicole. Your capacity to love is a strength. That's what we know, first of all. Your capacity to love is a strength. So I feel like this is an unrequited love situation. It feels like that's what I think that card pretty much means, is that you can love somebody with all your heart, but if they don't love you back, it doesn't mean you've done something wrong, and it doesn't mean that you aren't lovable, or it doesn't mean you don't deserve love, or it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong by loving somebody. It may feel that way because you don't get it in return, but really what this means is just that your capacity to actually love somebody is a strength. Like, some people can't even do that. Some people struggle with getting close to a person, and it's a strength. It's a risk, but it's brave, and it is a strength to be able to love so openly. So the right person will come along for you, and that will be a better situation, is what I'm getting. Also attraction, and this is the World. So could be a few different things. Obviously you're attracted to this person a lot. Maybe you think it's love and it really kind of isn't, and it's just lust. I mean, I have a lust card and that's not coming out, so, you know. But attraction, it's kind of also putting different options on the map for you. Like, you don't need to just focus on one person, but David here is who you're asking about. So let's see about David here. You and David, what's the energy between them currently? What's the current energy between Nicole and David? Thank you. House 11. Friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. All right. So it could have been like a friend thing, or you guys met through a group, or you guys are part of the same cause or something. Or maybe it's just saying that that's how he views you now, is you guys are like friends, you know? Yeah? Hi, Feisty. What you said happened. Remember when we had our 30 minutes reading on the phone? Which part happened? Oh yeah, if you want to, Feisty, I don't mind doing that. I don't know if that's something you're interested in, but you don't have to like do anything. I'll just make you a moderator just because you are always here. So, House 11, so you guys could be friends, Nicole. It could be saying that, you know, he's looking at it like that, or that's what's going to happen, like that what's to come of our relationship, or what's to come of the connection with David. Well, maybe you guys will be part of a cause together, or friends of a like-minded group trying to change or make a difference, but right now it seems like a friend thing. Or maybe he sees you in that way, like he sees you as like somebody who has, you know, you're like him and he appreciates that, but he doesn't see it as romantic, or he likes the way that you guys think the same. You guys relate and connect in that way. Air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. So yeah, it's kind of like this thing where you guys exchange ideas, and maybe he likes the way your mind works, he likes the way that you guys are on the same page in that regard, but it's kind of like, I think it's highlighting the fact that it's a friend thing, you know, but there is a connection there deeper than just like a person he knows. But it's like he learns from the connection, you know, and I think he appreciates your mind for sure, but it's kind of just a friendly thing for now. Nurture, comfort, and protection, Cancer. Okay. So there is a level of care there, and I feel like more from your side, you're protective over him, or you feel like you need to be, or you feel like you'd like to be. He may not feel like he needs that, is kind of what I'm getting, but it seems like this is like a respectable thing. Like, I don't feel like it's really something where you guys have gone off on each other and been very disrespectful or hateful towards each other. It seems more like this is a friendly connection, and if it has gone somewhere, like, I think he's being rather fair about it and just, you know, straight up just kind of like wanting a friend situation rather than a serious connection. I don't think he wants to lose the friend connection, or like your mind is very sharp, or it's like his, or he just appreciates the conversation. Okay. You should become a mom. Okay. You keep asking goodness and saying he misses me. No shit. Wow. Nice. Can you guys see the screen? Is it still going? Or did it stop? Because mine's frozen on these cards. Can you guys see these cards right here? Or is it still frozen on the 4 set of cards? I don't know why it's doing that. It sucks. What should I do? What should I do? Oh, I know why now. Sorry about that. That's my fault. That was on me, because it said my thing was gonna die. Wow. Okay. So this is what I have to show you. This is house 11. You know, like-minded friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. And then we have air, which is open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. House 11 and air, okay. And then we have Cancer, which is nurture, comfort, and protection. So that's why I came to the conclusion I came to before about what I was saying. So yeah, I just feel like he's basically, you know, enjoys the conversation, enjoys the intellectual stimulation, likes that you guys think the same or have the same kind of ideas or goals or ways that you want to approach certain situations and certain, you know, topics or causes in life, you know, in the world. You guys exchange ideas. It seems like you guys have an intellectual kind of, you know, connection, mental connection. I see Aries here also hanging on to your money, trying to build a foundation for yourself and trying to be responsible and waiting a long time. So we're going to see what this is about, what you're going to be waiting for here. Okay. All right, so we do see that, you know, it seems like there's a back and forth here. It's like you want, yeah. It's one-sided. It's one-sided. I do think that you guys will connect again, but the thing about it that I don't like too much is, you know, yeah, see, it just keeps going back and forth and back and forth. I keep seeing, like, you know, there's these themes of, like, you're going to be doing well for yourself. But here's where you fuck up, because here's where you start waiting around. And you're waiting around for something to happen or something to get better, for him to come back around. What you're waiting for, basically, is, you know, you're waiting for what basically happened. You know, he's not really coming forward. He's kind of not approaching the situation. You feel kind of abandoned or left out, left in the dust, kind of like unimportant, kind of like left, like, you know, thirsting for more, feeling like you want to get closer. The Strength card is here to remind you that, like, you do have strengths you can lean on. This is not something that should get you to a point where you're just so weak and desperate. Like, this person is not that important, you know what I mean? Like, you have this strength here, and this is the Leo card as well. But I feel like that's coming out because of what's happening next, and what we see next is it's one-sided. You know, we see it's one-sided. We also see there's a reunion, so I wouldn't doubt if this person does come back around or come, you know, try to get closer to you, but they're so hot and cold. You know, we see you not really doing too well with this, staying up at night, being very stressed out. Your strengths are here, but you're still, you know, you're thinking about this a lot, and I think you should just try to focus on your foundation here, the Four of Pentacles. That's your main goal here. And with the Ace of Wands, you know, we see this person having an opportunity to come forward, but with that, they probably use a lot of hot and cold mixed behaviors, mixed ways of, you know, showing you and expressing to you what they feel, which is why the moon's here. It's very mixed. It's not very clear. It's a lack of clarity, complete lack of clarity. This is also Pisces, just in case that matters to you. But I think that this person doesn't really know, like, they're kind of stringing you along. They're kind of like, they're not being forward. They're kind of just there whenever, like, you're there when they need you, and then they hang out, or they, like, tell you that they, you know, how they feel, but then it's just like, it doesn't go anywhere, and then it's hurtful to you because you're waiting around. I would just be careful, because either they're playing the field or they just don't know what they want, really, you know? Okay. Current feelings of San towards me, or Sanch. I know, Nicole, I'm sorry. It's kind of a confusing situation, but it doesn't deserve your attention. Also, whoever's here now, whoever hasn't liked this video yet, please go ahead and do that really fast. Like this video, please. Thank you. Sanch says, current feelings of San towards me. Currently no contact. San. How does San feel toward Sanch? How does San feel towards Sanch at this time? What are San's feelings towards Sanch, please? What are San's feeling towards Sanch, please? San's current feelings towards Sanch. I would say that they are determined about something, and it's probably having to do with, you know, well, actually, I don't know that for sure. Let's see. What is the Five of Wands here for? What is this representative of here? Is there tension, or is there tension because of this determination to chase, work hard, and pursue something? There's a closed offness. Somebody cut off someone else, I think, and or they're being standoffish now, or they're being distant now, or they're being, you know, basically very, there's a lack of communication. Oh, you said no contact, right? Yeah. So somebody's bitter about that. Somebody's angry and a little, you know, there's tension because of that. And I think that there was determination before where now there's lack thereof, any kind of action. So somebody's trying to avoid really talking about it. Like, I think they're really trying to avoid you. They're trying to avoid communicating anything about this. They're trying to just kind of sneak away without any explanation. I don't think they want to hear it or deal with any kind of confrontation. But this heartbreak you're feeling is going to be addressed, or, well, I shouldn't say that. There's an opportunity for it to be addressed because of the Ace of Swords here. So you will have the opportunity to speak your voice, say how you feel if you haven't yet, and there will be the opportunity for it to be heard as well. The only thing is, you know, opportunities can be missed. So let's see what you can do to not miss this opportunity if, you know, this is meant to happen for you. It's there, so all I would say straightforward is, you know, when you do see the time to communicate what you feel, you know, whenever you see him, if you feel like it's the time, you just need to say it, and that's the time you need to say it. And what I would do is not be very emotional in the way you communicate, but be very factual. Like, here's what happened. This is what you did. Like, not just this is what you did, but just kind of like, this is the situation for me, and this is what I need to hear from you. Like, just, you know, tell me what's up. Just be straightforward. Do not hold back. Do not be nice, like in easygoing. This is the time to be very direct. And nothing but. Okay, and you're going to have to also face the possibility of being abandoned again, or having that feeling of somebody leaving you in the dust or walking away. But that's the thing you have to remember in this, is like, if you're going to make an impact and you're going to make a statement, you need to not care about the outcome. Like, you need to make that statement without fear of him walking away for good, or not giving you the answer you want. Like, you need to make it known and be very clear and be very direct and be very straightforward. Just, you know, make sure that it's known. And it looks like balance here, Libra. But also, you know, that's the way it's supposed to be. Like, this is what's fair. You know, maybe he will give you in return something that you need to hear, or, you know, closure. That represents closure. That represents, like, this is the way it's supposed to be. You know, something just being the way it's supposed to be. I would say that there is probably some kind of, you know, response that makes you feel a little bit better about the situation and makes you feel a little bit more balanced and, like, basically, okay with the situation more than you are now. But as far as anything getting off the ground with you two, I don't really see that. But I see you getting some, you know, finding some peace with this once you speak your voice on it, when that time comes. Okay? Okay, so you didn't hear that last part, Sanch? Did you hear that last part, Sanch? Oh, you did? Okay, cool. Thanks. Awesome. Chanchal, general reading. Let's see here. Chanchal, this is for Chanchal. General reading for Chanchal. Chanchal. General reading for Chanchal. Ace of Cups. Okay, closed off. This could be an ex. This could be a person that you are going around in routine circles with. Like, this person is hot and cold, they cut you off, they talk to you again. I think at one point there was feelings shared, or there was, you know, a lot of potential for there to be a connection or a, like, relationship. Like, you guys both kind of probably shared some feelings with each other that made you feel like, yeah, you guys were both very connected and wanting a commitment. This is Taurus. It also represents commitment or marriage. But the person kind of got cold feet, I feel like, and now you're in this cycle where, you know, it just keeps happening that way. And I feel like this is here because it's saying, like, this is what's in, like, this is what they're kind of promising and offering or trying to string along. But it's like, basically you just, it's the thing that's keeping you feeling like maybe this will be worth it one day. A lot of stringing along energy tonight. Or today. Thanks, Feisty. Okay. Yeah, see, because somebody is only concerned with what they want. I'd be careful with this person. Let's see, it could be a Taurus person. I just think that the person is basically stealing away your security and your harmony here. Like we see the moon, obviously representing confusion and lack of clarity, and you know, it's kind of taking away any opportunities you have for stability and for security, you know, which is what this is kind of offering with this commitment that it's being offered, or being like, not offered directly, but being like, you know, presumed. Like they're kind of making it seem like that's what it would be. They're stringing it along, and they're not really intending on, you know, they want what they want, and they're probably talking to other people, because here it's like they want their cake, they want to have their cake and eat it too. They don't want to just be committed to one person, and that's fucking with your stability, any opportunities you could have to be more stable and be more in your own power, more in your own strength. And also it's fucking with the harmony of your life. It's adding confusion to your life, and I would say you need to cut it off, or just not think about it at all. I mean, just like literally, it's a selfish thing that they're doing, and they're not considering anyone's feelings in the situation but their own. So I feel like it's just not worth your time. Like there's nothing you can really do. They're enjoying this position too much. Why would they change it? They don't have to share these 9 cups. Why would they begin, you know? I don't see them really seeing the need to do that. Lose love, general. Careful about pregnancy, lose love. Also a new beginning here. It's yeah, very good beginning here that you've been waiting for a long time. You've been waiting for this for a long time. You've been very patient, and now you're going to be rewarded with some kind of new beginning, new opportunity, new phase of life. It could even be that like you're finally stepping into something new that you've been trying to step into for a while, like some kind of feeling you're having about yourself and your opportunities in life. I mean, you're just feeling good about it. This is Aries, this is Libra. Interesting that those are opposite signs coming out here. I just want to make a note of that. So we have that like they both look very strong here. It's not like the actual zodiac, what it would seem like, but Aries is like responsible. Libra is, I mean, not Aries responsible necessarily, but the Emperor is that responsible person. He's, you know, he has control of this, or he's watching over this empire of people, making sure everyone has what they need. It's a huge responsibility, but he's the only one for the job. So it's like a lot on his plate here, but he's taking it all. And Justice is talking about like the fairness, or there's something, you know, being balanced out maybe after you start taking on certain responsibilities. You're making a deliberate decision. You have a lot of fire here in your chart. I'm sorry, in your reading, representing, you know, determination. And I don't see, you know, if the Page of Wands was here, it'd be different. But since it's the Two of Wands, it's cool because it's kind of saying that you're making decisions right now, and you are very determined to get, you know, the position that you would like in the situation. Like you're determined for it to be the ideal situation for you, to be comfortable for you, and to be what you want it to be. And you can make that into what you want it to be because you're very determined. You're very responsible. You're handling your shit. Cool. Yeah, this is like a well-deserved thing that's, you know, it's taken a while for you to receive, I feel like. But it is deserved. We also have, again, another fire sign. Another fire, that's Temperance, Sagittarius. But it also represents harmony, peace and harmony, and like to get, like everything's balanced. You know, everything seems like it's finally coming full circle, and you're getting the things that you've, you know, been working hard for. And responsibility. Okay, so there is some kind of loss that occurred that I think that somebody either needs to take responsibility for, or needs to understand, you know, the whole way that it's affected them, and you know, take ownership of that. You may have to like apologize to somebody for something you've done, or maybe you're just now clearing the way of this devil here is trying to come back and kind of like make you feel bad or make you feel like you're not doing well, or maybe somebody tries to like hit you up and tell you like something that they're not happy about what you did a long time ago or a while back, and you're just like, I'm feeling good right now, like what the fuck are you gonna try to ruin it for? There was some kind of a heartbreak though, or a loss, or some kind of like pain that somebody went through. And the reason I'm saying like they might call you up and say something like that is because the Queen of Swords is all about like taking responsibility. So I feel like somebody is asking you to take responsibility, or you're needing to take responsibility, or you're needing someone to take responsibility for hurting you. It's like a toxic situation, but it's coming full circle now, and you're having realizations about why this has all occurred and what's going on. Like, you're very clear-minded right now. I wouldn't say that it's a confusing time. I wouldn't say that it's a time that you're like not sure what to do. I think it's a time that you're very sure of what to do, and you're doing it. And you know, you shouldn't let anybody try to bring you down, because that's all that they're really trying to do with the devil right here, you know. There could be a Capricorn person involved, but I think you should just stay focused on wherever you're at now. It's a good place to be. Just know that things are going to try to knock you down and get you off of that, you know, track you're on, and just try to not let it happen, you know, try to stay focused, and you should be good. Seems like this is a, you know, it's been a long time coming. You deserve what you're getting now, so people are not too happy about it necessarily, and sometimes they try to ruin it, but you're welcome. Sarabi? Thanks, Jaded. Sarabi? This is a general for Sarabi. Surabi? General for Surabi. Hey guys, can you go ahead and like this video, please, when you get a chance? I'd really appreciate that. Surabi, this is a general for Surabi. Okay, you're making decisions, taking action now. You are really going for it here. You've been thinking a long time, and now you're going to be going for it. Oh, but you're trying to take the easy way out. Okay, you're trying to take the shortcut. You're trying to hide something. You know, make some moves, cut corners, you know. This could be involving a love situation. I feel like more though, it's talking about the lovers, how there's like two different sides to every situation. Like there's two different ways you can approach this. You're trying to take the easy way out, and I just do not suggest that. Whenever I see that, I feel like that's a sneaky way of doing it, and you could be kind of missing something here. Like you could be missing out on certain things that are important when you would take the full route, you know? So just be careful with that. Let's see what this is about. Also, there's a Gemini energy here, of course, with the lovers. Save up your money, you know, build for your foundation. That's what you should be focused on the most, okay? Strength. It's been a difficult last year. Yeah, it's been a long time coming here. It's been a long time coming. Kind of like the last reading. There's a lot of strength that you have right now because you've been working really hard and just trying to stay focused on this. So there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I think that's good. But it's like you get a new position, or you get a new kind of like level of responsibility, or you get like a new opportunity because of, you know, the action you're taking and the strength, like, you know, how long you've waited and how you've been working really hard at this. And it's like you're trying to take the shortcut route. You're trying to take the easy way out. It could have something to do with love here. Maybe you're giving to somebody. I feel like this could be the position you're in, is giving to someone or trying to be stable and provide stability to somebody, or they could be providing it to you. But I feel like more this is your position where you're giving to somebody younger. There's a lot of potential here, a lot of potential support and love and care. And there's going to be a rest period. You're going to take a break from the person and try to break free and do something new or exciting. Okay. So it's like while you're out doing something new and exciting, you could come across, you know, your thoughts about how people are perceiving you, you know, like how society is perceiving you. Like you might be overly focused on what the right thing to do is, instead of being focused on just having fun and, you know, throwing all caution to the wind. It's like you're being held back by the thoughts and, you know, opinions of others, and that's, you're allowing that to kind of get you down and hold you where you're at, instead of, you know, taking all these options and opportunities you have and really going somewhere with them. You have a lot of opportunities still. You could meet some people soon that could be very helpful to your next, like, endeavors. And I think that, you know, there's a lot of things that are unrealistic. You know, there's a lot of options that you have that you can take that are very unrealistic, but some of them are going to be worth it, you know, and you just have to kind of use your judgment to decide which things are too good to be true. You know, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you right now, soon, and just be careful which ones you really fall for, and which, you know, don't try to, like, just believe everything you hear, okay? Some things are too good to be true, and you should feel that, because it will feel too, you know, too good to be true. Like, if you're asking yourself, like, is this too good to... That's what I'm talking about. Just be mindful of that, you know, be careful of that. Don't believe everything that people have to offer or say. Okay, I see somebody donated Cash App. Oh, Feisty Queen. Okay, Feisty, go ahead. Oops. Sorry about that. Sorry. Did I do the right thing turning PJ away? I kind of regret, but not really. Okay. So what you need to ask yourself, though, first is the right thing according to what? You know what I mean? Like, the right thing, like, for your highest good, your self-respect, or, like, the outcome, what it would have been, or, I mean, like, what would be the right thing to you, you know? What does that look like? That's what you have to first determine, right? Like, what is the right thing? What are you talking about exactly, you know? you felt like you needed to do that for a reason, and that's why I feel like it was the right thing for you already, because it's like you chose to do that for a reason, you know, and you have your reasons, and it's like, of course it was the right thing. If it wasn't, then you can always go back and change it. It's not like it's too late, but the thing is, like, I mean, you have your reasons, and I think that those are valid reasons. She wants to know, was it for her highest good to make the decision she made? Queen of Wands, yeah, you're on your own shit. I mean, you're just, like, about your own shit. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know, that's what you have to do, and you're just kind of, like, over the bullshit. Ace of Wands, you should have opportunities to take action in regards to something, whatever you need to accomplish and achieve. And here with the Four of Swords, yeah, you're taking a break from certain people and certain things. You're taking a rest. It's too much. You don't need to deal with it all. You know, you're like, I'm good. I just want to be, like, happy. I just want to feel good about myself. I don't need these people in my life that are contributing to my, you know, lack of feeling good about myself, you know, like people that have hurt me. I'm over it. Like, I'm not even going to have the conversation. Like, I think you did the right thing, you know, because it's showing that the Queen of Wands is like, she's just like, she's not even talking about it. She's just gone. Yeah, see, this is good for your stability. 2 aces here. Opportunity to take action, opportunity for wealth and stability and security. So I feel like you did do the right thing for your own self-worth too. You know, you're making distance, you're taking a rest, you're just trying to analyze, you know, the situation objectively and kind of just like at a distance. Like, you're not trying to be all caught up in the mix anymore. I think you definitely did something smart for yourself that was for your highest good here. That's going to help you later on too, to be even stronger and to just know that even more that you did the right thing, you know, because you're going to start getting these opportunities and it's going to feel like life is getting better and it's not going to have that person in it. So you're going to know, like, yeah, I guess I didn't need them. I guess it's probably better. There's probably a reason that this is all going down this way, you know? So, it could have been a past life situation or, you know, connection, but it just feels it's hard to let it go, I feel like, for you, because it's something that you've held on to for a long time. It feels like you've known the person forever. It just feels like you know, you think of all the memories and everything. You think of everything that you know, have to think about the person, and I just think it's quite deeper than it seems, you know? It feels quite deeper than actually maybe you think it is. Like, you feel like it's more than maybe your logical mind is telling you it really deserves to be felt like, but it doesn't matter. You know, at the end of the day, it is something that's deep to you. So I would give yourself a little bit of a break. I mean, that's what you're doing. You're giving yourself this rest here, the Four of Swords. You're taking distance. You're taking time to yourself, trying to gather your thoughts and feelings and trying to just get some time for rest. I think you did the best thing you can do, and you're on your way to a lot of, you know, new opportunities in your life. And you're going to soon see that it has nothing to do with this person being there. You know, it might be even better that they're not there. And the Six of Wands is talking about support. Like, you have people on your side supporting you. So that should be even easier to kind of get through this and get past it. And maybe you can ask those people too, like, hey, you know, do you think that I made the right decision? Like, what do you think? And if these are really your genuine friends who care and support you and cheer you on, they will tell you right away, you know that you deserve so much better. You know that you did the right thing. Now you're finally able to stand in your power. Like, yeah, it sucks, but it's like, it's going to be so much better. You know, once you find a person that's better for you too, it's like, find a person that actually treats you right or deserves your time, then you'll know for sure, like, yeah, I can leave this behind me. And, you know, it might be hard right now, but I feel like that's normal, you know, for you to have those thoughts. But really, when you think about the situation, when you do have those memories, right? If you're gonna have memories, don't just have good memories, you know, have the real reality of the situation memories, so that you know what you're doing is for a reason, and it's not to hurt you, you know, it's to not hurt you again, you know. So you're doing what's best for yourself, and the star here is just a good omen to the whole situation. Aquarius there as well, it could be. See fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Pentacle, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, so the star. That's just like, yeah, you know, have hope, have faith in your decision. I think you did definitely make the right decision here. It seems like you're gonna be rewarded for, you know, your strength and for everything that's happened here. It's almost like it opened doors for new opportunities here. You know, and as long as you take action on these opportunities, you'll be fine, you know. You should receive the rewards that they have to give you after some hard work, you know, and something you did right for yourself. Like, I feel like sometimes when we do make the right decision, even if, like, that would be cool if this would happen in this way, because, like, you get new opportunities now after the fact, because then it's kind of like a confirmation that you did the right thing for yourself. Like, okay, life's going good right now. Obviously, I'm not missing out on him. You know, I'm doing well. I'm not missing out on shit, you know. It just seems like it's a good idea. It's a good decision. I don't see anything being kind of like giving you any reason to see anything negative about the decision you made. And I think first and foremost, you made the decision, so there has to be a reason behind that, and that's what you need to start thinking about. What was that reason, or what were those reasons? And they were good reasons. They were valid reasons, because you deserve to be treated right. You deserve to not have to be a person who gets apologies, you know, after some time. You know, it's too late for that now, I think. So what was your second question, love? Yeah, I do think you made the right decision. I already kind of knew that from the beginning, but... because it's like, if you made this decision, and now you're asking if it was right, it's like, you made it for a reason. You didn't jump the gun. You had your reasons, and you had good reasons. And you should be happy. You should be proud of yourself, because not everyone is able to be that strong and do that, you know? Would it be wise to tell Alex about PJ? Should you tell Alex about PJ? The Fool, the Hierophant, the High Priestess. Okay, so first of all, the High Priestess is just a card to say, like, you know exactly what the answer is. Like, whatever you feel like is right, whatever you feel like intuitively, like you feel like that's what you need to do, or, you know, whatever you intuitively feel like is the approach you should take, or the way to go with this, is the way that I think is correct. You know, the High Priestess knows things without being told directly, without any indication, without any kind of, like, sign or any, you know, she knows. And so I feel like you already kind of know what you need to do. You're just looking for a confirmation, and that's where it is right there. But on top of that, we're talking about, this would be kind of like a thing you just kind of, you know, it's kind of a thing that's unnecessary, I feel like. Because if we're talking about a commitment with someone, and you're just going to kind of throw this out there, like, all like, just, like a fool, in a way, you know, it might cause a person to question the commitment that they have with you currently, or that they were considering with you, you know? Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, somebody who would not be committed. They kind of wonder if you're committed to them, or they're wondering how serious you are about this. Seven of Cups, too good to be true. Or like you have other options. You might start to think like maybe they don't see you in the way that you really are, because now they know this. I'm not saying lie, but it's like, I just don't think it needs to be brought up necessarily, you know? It doesn't really seem like it would help. Well, the reason I want to tell him is to be petty. Like, to let him know that, no, treat me right or someone else might snatch me. Yeah, I don't think it's necessary. I think that that would actually that would bite you in the ass, to be honest, it seems like. It seems like it would start making the person question how serious you are about them, and if you're just going to be ready to up and leave, like when you say that to them. Like, that's unnecessary, I think. Because I think it would really start to make them think that you're looking at other options, and that you do have other options, and instead of making them fight harder for you, I feel like it would make them question whether or not they even want to commit to you, because they don't trust it. They think that you're just going to go off. Like, if they do one thing wrong, or one thing that isn't up to par, then you'd be, like, out, and they'd be, like, feeling like they wasted time. They invested time in a waste, and, like, they'll never be good enough. Like, you know, how is that fair? Like, they can say the same thing to you, you know? If you already feel like this person isn't treating you right, that's what you need to address, you know? You don't need to throw threats out there like that. And even if it's, like, not necessarily a threat, like, it is a threat, you know? It's kind of like, I mean, you said it yourself to be petty, so I think you should definitely not do that, for especially for that reason, you know, because it seems like that person's going to start to question the commitment in general. And I think if we're going to look at your intuition, you said yourself it's petty. And I think anything petty should just not even be part of your vocabulary. You know, it shouldn't be part of how you're acting. Like, if you know and you're aware, I think it's just safe to say that that'd be nice, but, you know, you don't have to do that with this person. I think it might stir up insecurity in them rather than make, you know, your security feel better. Like they'll fight for you or something, but really they're just going to feel like they shouldn't fight for you because you're just going to be gone anyway, and you're looking for something that they can't offer, you know? Like, what they have to offer is just never going to be good enough, or they're up against a bunch of different options, and they may just feel like, what's the point? You know, maybe I shouldn't, maybe she's not serious about me, or maybe I should just not even go for it. Like, she's pretty much telling me, like, I better act right, or she's gone, so it's kind of like, that's fucked up, you know? Like, I mean, that should be obvious, you know, act right or I'm gone. That should be from the gate. That should be the case, you know? And if someone has to, like, be reminded of that, let them go, you know? Like, you shouldn't have to tell an adult how to treat you correctly, you know? No one should have to be told the right way to treat somebody. Like, they know. They know when how they're acting towards somebody is not right, you know? So, like, giving them that leeway is just kind of like giving them an excuse, you know, or a reason to, like, that it was okay that they did that, because they just didn't understand. No, they understood, like, you know. Sorry about that. Release all previous messages. These cards. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. Fairy Wish. Fairy Wish, we will do yours. General for Fairy's Wish, or Fairy Wish. General for Fairy Wish. Okay, there's emotional, you got some emotional stuff going on right now. Basically, you have these cups here, this guy going off into the mountains on his own because he is going off on his own in order to find this missing cup right there. See that missing space? It's missing. It's a cup missing because cups are emotions. Cups are emotional, and, you know, this person is missing something emotionally inside. They feel like they are empty. There's a void, right? There's a good chance that this person can really, you know, find whatever it is that they need to fill this void if they do take the advice of this card, because a lot of times what people will do when they're trying to fill a void is they'll go off and, you know, they'll look outside of themselves. They'll look for external ways to fill this void. And it doesn't work. You know, it's pseudo-filling the void because it only works temporarily. And it doesn't really get to the root of the real problem, right? So this person, you know, has a good chance of really resolving this very quickly, I would say, if they don't look outside of themselves, meaning they don't look for a substance, they don't look for a person, they don't look for a, you know, thing they can get addicted to, like work or something just to distract them from the real issue, but they actually go deep within and face the issue, and they have a higher chance of filling it, and it seems quite quickly they'll be able to fill this void of theirs and find wholeness. I recommend meditation. It seems like there's just a lot going on emotionally and they feel empty, but the best way to go about this would be to just take the advice of the Eight of Cups and try to look within, get therapy if you need to. I mean, do what you need to do to face this emptiness. Don't try to avoid it. Don't try to distract yourself and, you know, just take the easy way out, because it's not going to work. And it should work for you very quickly if you're able to actually take that advice. But here with the Ten of Pentacles, it looks like that's the outcome. You know, that's your outcome. It's like you'll be on your way. You'll have, you know, places to go. It will not be a dry or dull moment. It seems like you're really going to open doors for yourself once you're able to do this work. You have to face the situation head on, like in the reality of it, you know, and there's a reason he's by himself here. It's because nobody else, like even me, like no one else's opinion matters, no one else's thoughts on your situation matter. What you need is up to you. Like, that's what you know, and no one else can tell you, no, that's not right, or you don't need that. No, there's something missing inside of you, and you're the only one who knows what that needs to be filled, you know? So that's why he's by himself, because he's going off on his own to figure this out. He doesn't need the distractions and the opinions and the, you know, anything from other people to hold him back. And see, manifestation. The Magician, he has all of the tools he needs. You know, he's got his cup here, his wand, his sword, his pentacle. He has every tool that he needs out of the, you know, he's got all the suits, the symbols. He has all the tools he needs. He doesn't need anything else. So it's kind of telling you exactly what I just said. you basically, you have all the tools you need. All you need is you. And all you need is to train yourself to not distract yourself when there's a crisis. You know, because this hole just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you plan to get anywhere, or if you want to get anywhere, you have to decide right now that you're going to go off and you're going to do this work and you're going to get serious about it. However long it is that you need, a day, an hour, 2 days, 2 weeks, I mean, it doesn't matter, it's up to you. You can do your regular stuff you do every day, see people and stuff, but when it comes down to your emotional needs, you need to take them seriously. Don't avoid them, don't distract yourself, don't fill this void with emptiness even further. You know, face this situation, get some help, get some therapy if you need to. You know, nothing wrong with that at all. Once it's through and filled and you're good and whole, I mean, you have so much better of an opportunity to live a life that's more fulfilling for yourself. And why waste time? You know, you only live once, right? Maybe you can help other people going through a similar situation in the future once you have this resolved for yourself. It should be fairly easy for you. I don't ever really feel like it's this straightforward for people with the 8 of Cups. It seems like it's always like a very difficult thing, which makes sense. But for you, I feel like you have a better chance of it being something that is resolved rather quickly. And that's really the first time I've ever seen that for the 8 of Cups, or felt that for the 8 of Cups. So I feel like it's just very important that you don't, you know, delay on this, that you just take it seriously now. There's also, if you're not comfortable with like therapy or something, there is an app called 7 Cups. 7 Cups. And I've been on it myself, and it's these people that are called like listeners. They're not actual therapists, but they're just people, you know, but people are concerned with like trolls and stuff. The thing about it is that to be a listener on that app, 7 Cups, you have to go through like a lot of testing. I mean, I've become a listener before, so the testing, I would know, like the testing, it takes a long time. Like you have to read all kinds of stuff, take all kinds of tests, make sure that you know how to talk to somebody in a way that the app wants you to, like basically like listening, you know, not telling people things that are unnecessary or giving them your own story. You know, they want you to listen and respond in a way that's like, you know, going to be helpful. Like there's certain ways, it's called active listening, basically. You know, there's different things they teach you about how to be a good listener. And then you have to take all these tests. I'm telling you, like, it's trolls are not going to take those tests and waste all that time just to go and talk shit to people. And if they do, it's not like they're not monitored. Like people, you'll get kicked off if you're going to be an asshole, you know? So I trust the app. I think it's a good app. I think it's a good resource for when you need to communicate your thoughts and vent and get some advice and just have someone hear you out. I think it's a really great resource. So check that out if you don't want to do therapy, you know, the traditional way. I think it's a good idea for you to do something, though, okay? Okay, so Star Moon. Star Moon. Are you here, Star Moon? Here's some new names. I haven't seen you guys before. I just did Fairy Wish, and now I'm going to do Star Moon. I like those names. Very cool. Are you still here, Star Moon? Oh, of course, Fairy Wish, of course. I hope that was helpful. Go check out 7 Cups if you want. That's a really great resource. I love that app. I think it's legit. I think it's helpful. It helps me. I'm glad. I'm glad that you are a subscriber. A new subscriber now. Is Star Moon here? Okay, Rosa, I'll do a general for you. Thanks, Feisty. Aw. Okay, Rosa. General for Rosa. Rosa, I think somebody needs to take responsibility for something, or you're wanting somebody to, or somebody's wanting you to. Take responsibility for something, own up to something. What is this about for Rosa? Take responsibility for something, or own up to something, or you're wanting that from somebody else. Maybe it's, you know, it's a way of you telling yourself that you need to face something yourself, okay? Like, you need to own up to something to yourself. Like, who cares what anyone else hears about it or if they know, but it's important that you face something. What is this about for Rosa, please? Too many. Although we do see it's going to take a high level of strength to accomplish this, to be able to do this effectively. There's a lot of confusion surrounding the situation for sure, but you do have the Magician here, and this is a different deck, you guys. So remember, this is, you know, I can't make this up. This is, I know it's similar cards coming out since the last reading, but this is a different deck completely. The Magician's just here to say, look, you have what it takes, okay? You may not feel like you do, but I think it's about time that you get serious about something that is very confusing to you. It has been for a long time, but it's kind of like you're wishing to stay in the confusion rather than see it for what it is and, you know, deal with how much hurt that will be. You know, it's like it's going to affect you even more if you can't face the hurt. You know, the hurt is going to hurt, but it's going to be helpful to your growth. And I think it's about time, you know, that, because you can do it. Like, you know these things, but it's just hard to face. I feel like there's just something that you need to realize and just accept that you're not really ready to accept. But I think you are ready, it's just that you don't feel like you are. But I'm telling you, you know, there's no better time than now to do this, to accept this, because you do have what it takes. You have everything you need. It's about a love situation, a Gemini person possibly, or maybe there's two different ways you can go about looking at this, and so you're confused because of that. Page of Pentacles. So it could be a younger earth sign person, or the beginning stages of a project. 10 of Wands. So there is a one-sided situation here that you're facing, or maybe this is what the situation was that you're having to see and face yourself, is that a love situation was basically one-sided. You're doing most of the work, putting out most of the effort, and handling this project on your own. The beginning stages of a project or endeavor, but really it's just you. You know, they're not putting the effort that you're putting out, and I don't think that you deserve to have to carry all the weight here like this guy's doing. Carrying all the weight. So I think the cards want you to kind of face that situation, and that it's not a fair thing for you, and that you are not, your efforts are not being reciprocated in the way that you deserve. Yeah, it seems that you know this already, because it seems like you can't let that go. It's something that you want to let go, but you can't let go of. Two of Pentacles, you're weighing your options. Would it be better to be single, or would it be better to, you know, would it be better to, like, be single and have my self-respect, leave with my dignity, or would it be better to just stay in the situation because I won't be as lonely? I mean, there's many different things that could take on, like the form it could take, like the two things you're weighing. But I think for sure you need to focus on accepting that you deserve better than this, or that your efforts are not being reciprocated, and that it is one-sided as of right now. Or maybe this is a past situation, but it's something you can't seem to let go of. You try to put one foot forward, you try to step out into your, you know, the new environment or the next phase of life. You try to have new experiences, but you're also very stuck, and your other foot is set firmly in the past in the situation, and it's holding you back. So I think it's important that you try to look at this realistically for all the opportunities and all the, you know, options that you do have. At the end of the day, it's always going to be better to have that self-respect, you know, for yourself. But it is up to you to kind of see that for what it is. It seems like now's the time, though, because you do have, you know, all the tools you need to be able to effectively, you know, not let this bring you down to a point where you're just, you know, I think we're past that. I think you can understand now that, you know, what's here, and it's not just your fault, and it's not something that you did wrong, but it's more something that you just deserve a better, you know, you just deserve better treatment in general. You just deserve somebody who can offer you something that you are offering, that you are able to offer to them, you know. And whether this person's just an asshole or whether they're just not able to offer you what you're able to offer them, you just need to be with somebody who can reciprocate. And this person just can't. Or couldn't. Nice, okay. Okay. Mitchell. I haven't seen you before. Let's do a general for you. Okay. First of all, we have the moon. It says satisfy emotional needs. Nurture self and others. There could be a Cancer person in your life. Cancer. That would be June 22nd, I believe, to July 21st. Cancer. But the moon here, so satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. Mitchell, what is the general for Mitchell, please? Mitchell Marsh, we need to know what he needs to know. Okay. You're a Cancer. Oh. Interesting. So it's really trying to get your attention here, huh? Please like this video, you guys, when you get a chance. I'd really appreciate that. Seven, 1987. Tell me what he needs to know here. What does he need to know? What does Mitchell Marsh need to hear today? Fixed. Stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. So this could be about a relationship, possibly. Like maybe you're needing more stability in your life, for example. Like you're needing somebody who is able to offer you, you know, more. Like what you're able, like you just don't have the, you know, you just don't feel like you have that in this current connection. Or maybe that's what they're feeling about you. Or this is what you're looking for, basically. You know, this is what would satisfy your emotional needs, is stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. So either you need to be more like this toward the people in your life, or this is what you need to have in your life and you don't have currently, or you don't feel like you have it. Yeah, we're talking about a partnership because House 7, profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. That's House 7. So this is definitely relationship related. It could be, you know, about, you know, a business partnership, I suppose, or like, you know, a friendship. I mean, it's just basically partnerships in general. But, you know, I automatically thought that it would have been a partnership, like love, you know. So it's kind of highlighting this need of yours, saying don't forget about this. You know, this is one of the most important things to you right now, and it's something you really must focus on. You know, it's something that is going to help you emotionally. You must not disregard it. Yeah, yeah. You know, you need it, and you also need to, you know, provide that to others that you're committed to. And water here, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. Spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. Okay, you are a water sign. So that's coming out. It's saying just tap into these traits of yours that you already have at birth, that you were naturally gifted with. They're there. The thing about Cancer is sometimes they can seem a bit hardcore on the outside. It's that crab shell, you know, that kind of covers and protects the soft inside. So they kind of look like they are tough. I mean, not that they're not tough. They'll fight for someone they really care about. You know, they will protect somebody and stand up for them. You know, they are tough, but you know, I think it's a facade a bit, you know, so that they're not easily wounded, and maybe you've adapted this belief that that's just how you are and you're not very emotional or connected to people, but I beg to differ. I think that there is a lot there still for you to unfold and, you know, be able to connect and tap into. You're a water sign, you know. Spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. I think these things are things you need to work on, or you need to be, you know, expecting more of this in your relationships with friends, family, work partnerships. People that you get connected to in general need to have these traits in order for you to see how important they are, you know, and how important they are and how necessary they are to reflect back to someone else. Intuition and ego. Well, that's honest. Wow, that's pretty good. I'm glad you said that. Real quick, this is house 9. It says spiritual growth. So that's why you're here. You're asking these questions and you're like involved, you know? I feel like you're on your way, you know? You can do this. Let me just explain to you really quick what intuition versus ego is. So, yeah, so ego's about fear. People think that, you know, ego is like something where people are more confident, but really, ego is about fear, you know? If your inner voice is speaking in a fearful or anxious way, it's your ego, you know? Because intuition doesn't come from a place of fear. It doesn't come from, you know, it doesn't come from lack. It doesn't come from being worried or you know, feeling like you don't have enough and feeling like you have to overcompensate, you know? Like your intuition is going to guide you toward living your best life. Your intuition is going to just guide you toward what's healthy for you and what's best for you. Like it shouldn't really be much of a question when it comes, like when you ask yourself that, when you feel like you don't know if it's your ego or your intuition, like what is it based off of? Like what thoughts, like what brought you to these thoughts? Was it something that you feel like you had to, that you're feeling like you're not enough, or you're feeling like someone needs to know? Because you don't really need to tell anyone else when it's an intuitive, like it's more like about something that you just know within yourself and that is helping you to understand. And I love that too. It says your intuition comes from your higher self. And a place of self-love and acceptance. House 9 is actually higher learning, higher-minded learning. So this is something that maybe you need to tap into and start, you know, learning more about, you know, like actually researching ego versus intuition and learning everything that you can about why it's, you know, an issue for you at all. Which, you know, it's normal. It's not really, it's not like it's just you who has this issue, you know? And I think it's important that you're actually asking about it and trying to figure it out. That's a good step forward. You know, you should be able to get the information you need if you're dedicated to it. I think you just need to learn everything you can about it, you know, look into it and research all you can about it. Because spiritual growth here is the key, is the goal, is the outcome. So, I mean, that's what you have potentially if you're able to, you know, dedicate yourself to actually learning about this and doing what's right for your own self. And then, you know, it'll be helpful to the people that are in your life as well. You'll be able to be, you know, happier and more fulfilled within that. Of course. Awesome, thank you. Woo woo, got some new subs up in here. That's awesome. If you guys haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to have some new subscribers up in this bit. We always love new people. And old people. New, young, old, returning. Hi, Shining Star. Libra Girl 88. Hi, yeah, I see that. I saw it. Thank you. I did receive that. So go ahead and post your 3 questions whenever you're ready. If you want to just do one now, and once I'm done with that one, then you do the second one, or if you want to put them all now, that's up to you. But yeah, thank you. I'd love to answer your questions. Question 1. What does Mohammed feel for me? What does Mohammed feel for Libra Girl 88 this time today? What do we need to know about his feelings for her today? Any kind of indications of what he feels for her today? Anything we need to know? Anything we need to know in regards to his feelings for her today? Okay. So there is definitely some tough, you know, some things that have gone down in this connection. To me, it feels like there's a history between you, okay? And if there isn't, then we can say that this is brought forth from a previous relationship of theirs, but it feels to me like you guys have a past, like you have a history, like there's a reason that this is happening, and it's not just like they're bringing this from their own thing. It's like, no, it seems like you guys, this is about you guys, unless you are, of course, the fool, which that would mean that you're the new person that they're kind of like, you know, feeling like they want to break free and just start anew. But if there is history here, then okay, I would say it's been a tough battle. You know, there's strength here. You guys have overcome a lot, but there's been a lot of heartbreak, maybe on both sides. You guys have both hurt each other in certain ways. There could have been a third-party situation. If not, I would just say that that kind of represents both of you. Like, you guys have both been hurt from each other, and there's been a lot of sleepless nights, and somebody wanted to kind of break free or have a new experience, you know, start anew and have a new adventure, just kind of like not worry about the past, not have to like allow that to really stop you and get in the way, or, you know, hold you back anymore. Now we have this this 8 of Wands representing that there is a situation. I mean, there's a direction that this is going in now. So somebody's really kind of, you know, focusing their attention on some kind of direction here. It's not like it's just up in the air anymore, you know? They've decided there's a plan, what they plan to do. They carry the weight of this. This is what they feel. So this is not factual. It's just their perception. So if you feel like, oh, that's not true, then that's because that's your perception, but you're asking about how they feel of you, and that's what is coming out. So, I mean, I'm just not telling you you're wrong about your own life situation, but what's coming out for how they feel about you is they are carrying all the weight. They feel like they're carrying most of the weight here. Or actually, they feel like moving on forward, they'll be carrying most of the weight. They feel like if they were to take this in the direction forward and kind of like, you know, continue or mend things, that they would be carrying all the weight. They think you don't take responsibility for something, or you don't own up to your side, or you just don't see it, but they wouldn't really be able to communicate that because, you know, I guess fear of losing you, or maybe they just think that you wouldn't react well or that you wouldn't see it. Lovers. Yeah, to keep this connection going. It seems like they feel like they can't really say what they want to say because they feel like it wouldn't be heard anyway. You know, it seems like they feel held back by this, like they feel like they can't really open up to you. I don't know if that's because they think that you'll react strongly or that you'll leave them or something, but there's a lot of self-reflection needed here. That's the Virgo card. We also have Gemini coming out here. There's a lot of self-reflection needed. This person needs a lot of alone time. Yeah, see, you see they're taking a rest period. This is a temporary break. That's usually not like a breakup that's permanent. It's usually a breakup that's temporary, the Four of Swords here. So I would say that they need a break, they need some distance. Allow them that distance. You know, don't try to do anything during that time. Just allow them that distance. That's the best thing to do. A person just needs a rest, you know? And they're looking back on the situation, you know, they're thinking about how all of the events that have happened have led up to this point now. Like, everything has led up to now. They're thinking about all of that and everything that's come to this point, and I think that they're very confused and they're very unsure of what they want to do, you know? I think there's no clarity here. They're still unsure about what they want to do regarding the situation. At some point, they'd like to have some kind of a new, you know, situation, like not necessarily love, but they want to be able to move forward and kind of like start new projects. But as of right now, in regards to you, I don't really see them understanding what they want to do yet. I feel like they are so confused themselves. The moon is a very strong card to get. That's also Pisces. But the moon, anyway, the moon it's a very strong card to get, and it's strong in that it is not clear. You know, there's no clarity there. It's just basically a person who is unsure about where they stand, what they want to do. It feels a bit lost, you know. It's not really a good feeling because it's just lack of understanding of what is the right thing, you know, or what is what it is that they're doing or what they have to expect. You know, they're just not sure of what they want to do, and it's a very difficult feeling there. But in regards to you, I just don't think that they don't really know. They're wary, obviously, but they think that they'd be the one carrying most of the weight, or they think they'd be the one who's not heard. Like, it wouldn't matter what they would think or say or feel. It wouldn't matter to you, or it wouldn't make a difference. So they're kind of not sure how to approach it. And I think that they still care, obviously, which is why it's difficult to, you know, make a decision. But I would say that they're kind of thinking along the lines of you wouldn't, like, they'd be the one carrying all the weight of the relationship. Yeah, for sure. Okay, what's the second question? Do you see me being in a relationship? Libra Girl 88. Do you see me being in a relationship? Like this year, or this month, or with this person? Like, what do you mean exactly? In a relationship in general, like, you know, like soon? This year. This year, do you see Jessica being in a relationship this year? Do we see her getting into a relationship this year? What do we need to know about Jessica's? I'm sorry, Libra Girl 88's love life this year? Oh. Well, it looks like, you know, Empress can mean pregnancy, but I feel like for this situation, this read here, I think it just means, you know, a new beginning, a fresh start, just basically the birth of something beautiful with a lot of potential, and also something stable, something that provides security. Not only provides it to you, but it's kind of telling you, you know, to focus on it yourself. Like, save up your money, you know, focus on your stability, focus on your foundation. It shouldn't be too hard, though. I feel like this is like a new beginning where there is potential with a person who is able to also focus on these things. Like, to me, it seems like it's a new beginning because it's a person that is able to offer more and is able to offer something stable and committed, something that you would know is more committed, you know, than the last person or than something you're used to. Like, kind of like the ideal situation, you know, like you want commitment, you want someone who's also serious about, you know, focusing on their foundation, like someone who wants to build with you, you know. Libra Girl 88's love life this year. Libra Girl 88's love life this year. Oh, okay. Spoke too soon. There are restless nights. I feel like it's kind of your own worries getting to you. Like, you're feeling down on yourself. You're feeling like, is this too good to be true? Like, it's not saying it's too good to be true. It actually seems solid, but it seems like you are doubting it. In other decks, this card sometimes shows like some spirits and ghosts in the background, kind of like pointing at this person, like laughing or like shouting. So it's like this person has a lot of negative self-talk. They just don't believe in themselves enough. They don't believe that this is really possible for them. I feel like it's kind of just, they don't want to trust it. They're doubting it. They know that that's wrong. They know that they should be able to be open to something like this. I mean, after all, it's something that they want, but they just don't know if that's possible for them. And it's a very tough situation. I feel like it's just hard for them to really accept that kind of, you know, possibility or, you know, potential situation. And so they're not giving or taking any offers. Okay. So it's like, with this offer there, or with this new, you know, possibility, it's a little bit too much. It's kind of like something that's too good to be true to you, so you're going to take a back seat. You're going to, like, close off. You know, you're not going to open up. I feel like you're not going to, like, even go in this direction because you're too afraid to or something. Like, it just seems too good to be true to you. I mean, you don't think you can trust it, is what it feels like. You know, so you close off completely and not give or take any offers. What else do we need to know here? I'm going to switch decks real quick. 88. What does Libra Girl 88 need to know about this connection? Possibly coming in for her in 2022. What does she need to know right now? What does she need to hear? What does she need to realize, acknowledge, and understand about herself? And what her best mode of action is this year in regards to this relationship? Potential relationship? Cancer is nurture, comfort, protection. Cancer. Venus, give and receive love, find value, see beauty. Give and receive love, find value, see beauty. And air is open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. So, that's interesting. It's a few different things here. You know, it feels like it's a chance for you to learn a lot. I mean, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. It's like there's lessons to learn around these issues. Venus, we're obviously talking about, you know, attracting and giving love. Because Venus is give and receive love. Find value, see beauty. So it's like, even if you don't get into a relationship, it's important for you to think about these topics. Like, these are things that are obviously important, but, you know, these are the main issues right now. Because the trust thing for you, and the, like, it's not even just love, it's like self-love too. And give and receive love, find value, see beauty. So it's like, it's talking also on, you know, you being able to give and receive love, like you also being able to, like, understand that you're worthy of it, you know, and be able to accept it in your life, whether that's from people or that you're dating, or, you know, potentially going to love, or friends, family. Like, it's important for you to try to practice seeing that you're worth, you know, somebody treating you well and giving you the love that you deserve, you know? It's like, it's not too good to be true. Even if it happened to be like that person was a lie, it's still, like, important for you to know that that's not something that means that you're not worthy of it, you know? And to start realizing that. I think nurture, comfort, and protection is about, like, you towards yourself, especially because it came, how funny that I just happened to put it on that card too, because it just seems like it's more about you nurturing, comforting, and protecting yourself, like, instead of others. Like, yeah, others, but I think this is more touching on, like, yourself. I think this is more of an issue of, like, you, like, even if this potential person comes around into your life, it's like, it's just, you're not in a place to accept it in a way that you feel comfortable. Like, Cancers are very cautious. They care a lot about security and safety, and I feel like that's a big issue here, but it's only an issue because you're feeling down on yourself. You know, it's an issue because you feel like you're not worthy of this kind of, you know, love, or you feel like you just don't know if it's really real. You know, you're not sure how to accept it and believe it, so it's just a difficult thing for you to really be able to accept or acknowledge, you know? It's just, but I feel like this is more of an issue with your own self. Like, even if this person comes around and is perfect, like, that would even be harder because you just don't know how to trust that. So there's a lot that is going on for you this year, and it's important that you get, you know, the therapy or the help you feel like you need, because your self-esteem is not at its best, and I feel like you can't really enjoy any of the opportunities that come your way anyway. You won't allow yourself to, out of fear, you know? And so it's important that you address that, because, yeah, I feel like there is somebody who could come along, but you might, you know, tell them to fuck off, or you might just, you know, kind of not really allow it to even take off, you know? Out of fear. So Okay, will I be accepted into the master's program that I will apply to in May? Let's see. Well, I don't do yes or no questions. Like, I don't answer yes or no. But what I do with these questions usually is I'll ask, you know, like, what are you going to feel like after, you know, you get your acceptance or